Good day everybody, Stefchap back here, and today, Dynamic Bones tutorial, as promised. So, let's first start with the question, what is Dynamic Bones? So, Dynamic Bones are basically if you look at some characters in VRCHAT, you can see that their hair moves, or their skirt moves. Well, that is Dynamic Bones. And how to get it, I'll explain right now. So, normally, if you want Dynamic Bones, you're going to be wanting to go into the asset store, and you're gonna wanna look up, for instance, just dynamic. So, if you do that, there we go. Top paid for is the dynamic bones. Now this is $20 US, so it's a bit of a hefty price, at least in my opinion. Once you've obtained the file, you want to put it into here. Nothing more, you just put it into here and it'll arrive right here. Dynamic bone. So, once that's made, let's go and grab ourselves a bit of a model, shall we? So, the one that we're going to be grabbing is Airfield Humane All. So, again, we've put it to humanoid, we've deleted the hair bone for the mouth, just for the mouth movement. And right now we're going to be bringing her down to... Oh, hold on. Excuse me. Oh, okay, everything's still good. Thought something messed up a bit. But yeah, so we've got her right here. Now, how do we bring him in? Well, we're first going to be going through our basic process. So we're just going to be choosing female animations, camera at 1.65, I believe it was. 5.5? Yeah, 5.5. And 0.5 here. Okay, that's all good. So we'll just go and say that this here is finished. Next, what you want to do is, if this process of the dynamic bone being shoved in is successful, then if you type in DI, you'll be able to find all of these. Now, I'm going to be showing you guys the general dynamic bone, which is this one right here. So open this up and it'll come right here. So, you might be wondering, what is going on here? So, to begin with, we've got the root, which is where your hair will be attached to and making it move. So, in order to do that, we're going to be going into the Airfield Humane All. We're going to be going down all the way to the head, and it'll say here, back hair middle central 1L. And if we go into that, we can see that there's a whole lot of hair. A whole bunch of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag this into here. This means that starting from this point, everything that is connected to it will start to move. So we've got a couple ways of movement. So we've got the damping, which is how soft your hair will come back into position. Your elasticity, which is how intense it goes back and forth when you stop. The stiffness is to just make it more stiff. And the inertia makes it that the hair, well, it looks like it's moving more intense than it is. We've also got the end length, but we're not going to be messing with that for the time being. And we've got the gravity and force. These two are going to be important if you want to have dropping hair. Though do not use the gravity for hair drop. That, from experience, is horrible to do. So, we've got our back hair middle central 1 done. So, we're going to be clicking on the play button up top. So, as you can see, if we were to now do this, you can see the hair moves, except it's a bit odd how it moves. It's all floppy and just, it's too elastic. So let's try making it less elastic. Let's see what happens. Ooh, hair is kinda messing up. So let's go and increase the damping to 2. This means that it comes back softer. Still not okay. So the stiffness, again, for the sturdiness, can also be a nice factor. So we're going to be putting that at 0.3. Now it's going to be moving out less from our body, because I believe that there is the key importance on this model. So, like that. And it's already a little bit better. We do need to up the elasticity, surprisingly. And basically like this, you've got to fiddle around with your model. See, right now it comes back a whole lot quicker. So eventually there will come a point where you'll say, hey, that looks pretty good. And for that, we're just going to be doing this. This here is what I most of the time use for the hair. And basically now, this here is how the hair will move. Decently smooth at the very least. And what I'm now going to be doing is adding another dynamic bone for the other back hair piece. And another thing to keep in mind though, the update rate. So the update rate makes the movements become more fluid. If you have it on very low, like let's just say 15 here, that's 15 FPS. So if we look at that, yeah, not smooth at all. So we're going to be putting that to 90, since for hair that appears to be rather nice. Makes it move nice and smooth. Or rather, it keeps it up to date. So we're going to be doing the same on the other end. There we go. And there we go. Now about the force thing. You want your hair to drop, like you don't want it to just stick like this. So what you're gonna want to do is go to the y-axis and put it on minus 0.01. I know it's a very small number, but the very tiny numbers can help marginally. So we're going to be uploading this character into the game right now, and I'll go and show you what it looks like in action. Okay, and it seems the file is nearly uploaded, so let's go ahead and set everything up, shall we? Okay, last time. There she goes, and done. Okay, now we're going to be going into our VRCHAT, and we are going to be moving to the hub. Excuse me if the game is a little bit slow to you guys. Okay. Now let's head straight to the mirror. We don't want to waste any time here. You guys want to see the result. So, time to get the new skin checked out, shall we? Okay, and we are in. Seems like I still have to fix the problem with the broken thumbs, but aside from that, as you can see, the hair now moves. And it's pretty realistic. I mean, it can be more realistic, but you guys will have to work on that yourself, since, well, it's extra added stuff, you know. It's, if you want, you can add these things. It's only optional, but it is enjoyable. And as you can see, the force kind of pulls the hair down. If you were to be using the gravity option, you would get some pretty disgusting hair. As shown with this character. In her natural pose, her hair looks like this. When you start to look up a little bit, your hair will turn very weird. So, of course you don't want that. So, I suggest just sticking with force, since it's more reliable. Sorry for all of the ruckus that I'm causing here. But yeah, so that's basically how you make use of the dynamic bones. I sincerely hope you all enjoyed this video. This is Stefchap, signing off.